and welcome to Wellbeing Wednesday.
So we're back in the barefoot fire pit area.
Or still in. Yeah. So, today we're going to be talking about positive affirmations.
Wonderful things.
Yes. So, this was your topic, wasn't it, Matt? And when Matt suggested positive affirmations, it made me think about the importance of self-talk in, which is like a fairly major NLP thing. And also about like the presupposition, which are like kind of ideas that we work from.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of cover both.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll start by explaining the kind of NLP bit.
Yeah.
So the first bit is presuppositions. I've got these lovely cards that were made by a lady called Rachel, who around the old will know Rachel Kay from the networking stuff. And these have the presuppositions written on them. So ones that are particularly relevant to affirmations. All behaviour has a positive intention. Lovely. Alright, so basically everything we do, even if it seems completely nuts, inside somewhere we've got a reason for it and there's something that we're trying to achieve. Makes you feel better. Yeah. Mind and body are one system. And that is basically that, like, the things we do affect the way that we feel, and the way that we feel affect the things that we do. And the way that works is we have this thing, we call it the Mercedes model. One of my peers likes to tell people that it's because it was developed by this German psychologist called Hans Mercedes. Yeah. It's not at all, it's because it's the shape of the badge of Mercedes. It's just a circle.
Technically the guy designed it.
It's a Mercedes badge. Well, possibly. I don't think it was called Hans though, was it? And within this circle, you can see, we've got thoughts, feelings and behaviours. So in our thoughts, we've got self-talk, any visuals, sounds that we're thinking about, and that can be memories as well. In our feelings, we've got physical feelings and emotional feelings. Yeah. And they can be current or they can be remembered.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then our behaviours is like anything that our body does. So our posture, body language, facial expression.
Yeah, it's all connected.
All of that kind of stuff, the things that we do, but it's also like involuntary behaviours, like how fast your heart's beating and things like that. So if you take something like being angry, a common thing that tells people if they're angry and wound up is to count to 10 and take deep breaths.
Calm down. Yeah,
just calm down. Just don't be like that anymore, because we've got these switches, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh, anger, let's switch that off. Yeah. But
it's not called celebration.
But we can make changes with them, and that, like, taking deep breath thing works because part of the physiology of being angry is that the heart does speed up, and that makes us hot. We get all hot and bothered. We get a bit more flushed, and that act of breathing deeply just sort of calms the parasympathetic nervous system down a little bit, and then we're likely to follow with slightly calmer thoughts, and hopefully feelings change, and it all turns around. We can even, and I've had quite a lot of success with this in the past, we can even manage pain by noticing and working on, right, right, so is that pain right now physically coming from that place, or is part of it the fact that I'm remembering it from the past or imagining it in the future? And these things can be really effective, and it can all start with that self-talk and that like mantra or affirmation.
Definitely. So yeah, that's a good movement towards the AT side. But very similar perspective. There's more sort of positive affirmations.
Okay.
So I've got similar ones like this. I'll read them out. So this is from Mindful magazine.
Okay.
Very, very good magazine. Don't want to sponsor them, they can. Yeah, so you look at mindfulness techniques and relaxation. So these I just have by my front door. Every time I go out and pick one up. So I trust them on the right path. I'm loved and supported. I'm enough and don't have to prove myself. I'm safe and calm in this moment. So by picking those up and just reading that as you leave the house, you're putting that thought into process in your mind. So
yeah,
and you know, similar on the front of my door, I've got posters as I go out. Say, don't wait for that tunnel to light up that bitch yourself, or go out and grab the day. So it's when you it's a lot to do with mindset. When you're saying these things, that brings it into your process of your body thinking as you're saying that. And it's also, you can do like affirmations in your mirror each morning. And I find these are probably the most powerful ones. If you stand and you look at yourself in the mirror, and I don't know, there's I'm powerful, I'm beautiful, I'm free. As you look in the mirror, and say that 3 times to yourself in the mirror, and it has a really positive effect on your mood. And just by adding these little things in, I mean, like you could have touched on positive talk, and that's a different topic. But you can change your mindset, your thinking. And if you're constantly thinking negative things, stuff around you is going to be negative because you create that environment. So the more positive things you're saying and doing, reading and looking at, will change your mindset to a more positive mindset. But yeah, there's lots of different ways you can use affirmations, cards, write for yourself, looking in the mirror. There's a couple of different options which we talk.
Daring to cross onto the subject of religion.
Oh.
If you are a religious person, look at common prayers in your religion. There are a lot of affirmations in prayer.
I know a lot of, not being religious myself, but a lot of these prayers, and affirmation, you can kind of see it as a prayer. Because when you're praying, you're calling out something you want, in a way, or something.
Or celebrating something that we have, acknowledging something that have happened.
So by reading that, because when you're praying, most often the time you're doing it in your head to your God or whatever your higher power is. Yeah. So technically, when you're saying these affirmations to yourself, you are praying. So,
yes.
It's a form of prayer that just isn't called prayer. It's just a different modality of the same sort of thing without a deity on top.
So I suppose, if you are a non-religious person and want to benefit from some of the things that religious people feel they benefit from prayer, then like kind of
positive affirmation.
Yeah, I suppose secular affirmations that aren't necessarily linked to any kind of spirituality can have a similar effect.
I'm surrounded by hope and health and happiness. So if you depending on your kind of need for them. If you're walking out of the house and you see that, you look at that each time you go out of the house. First couple of minutes, if you walk out of the house and this is great if you've got something like agoraphobia or anxiety. First few minutes you're walking out in drive, walking on the road, you're like, I'm supported. And you're repeating that in your head. Yeah, that builds your energy, you feel fantastic. And once you get in a routine, jumping back to last week,
absolutely.
Of doing that, that's a routine of picking up and looking at each day and giving yourself a positive thought to run each day. It's all interconnected.
Yeah, of course it is. And so we can start with words in the affirmation.
Yeah.
But another interesting one is we can start from physical
Yeah.
actions as well.
Yeah.
There is one of the original Wellbeing Wednesday videos on the superhero pose.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. I love that one.
If you want to have a look back, yeah. It's the stance that Wonder Woman uses. So I'm going to blame Matt Nating to get Matt to demonstrate. So we basically stand with feet, shoulders width apart, and make hands into fists and put them on your hips and look slightly upwards and to the right. And then that puts us in that stance, the Wonder Woman stance,
Nice.
or the superhero pose.
I feel good.
And if we stand in that position for 2 or 3 minutes,
Yeah, it makes you feel energized.
yeah, we'll get more energized. So an organisational psychologist called Amy Cuddy did quite a lot of research on this about 12 years ago.
Okay.
There's a TED talk that's very worth watching, and she refers to them as power poses.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and we can use these power poses to sort of like communicate confidence and inspire our internal confidence and to be more successful.
And and this is kind of what we've said, but affirmations are a very powerful way of changing the way you're thinking.
Yeah.
And again, it doesn't happen overnight, but you do it regularly, build that practice, and it will eventually start to affect you. And you feel like, oh yeah. When I first started, pick up a card and look out. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that's nice. But sometimes when you're feeling a bit shit, you're not had a good day, you're looking at cards and you're like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I feel that. That's the power in it. And if you're constantly doing that, getting that, you're producing more confidence, more serotonin, and all the hormones and chemicals that make you feel good.
Do you ever get with the affirmation cards? Do you ever look at them and just think, nah, not today?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
But then, these are all positive ones.
Yeah, but I suppose if you get to that one, you maybe just look at the next one and go, right, okay, that's a better one.
Well, yeah, it depends on, for me, I'll pick it up and try and work out why that kind of thing.
Okay.
Because they're all positives, it's all positive.
Yeah.
But yeah, but again, that's kind of, working with yourself and trying to work out, what's, But yeah, you can just pick up another one and feel, okay, I resonate with that one better today. Let's have that one. That's the thing, there's no rules to it. There's no rules to it. Just,
there are some really simple things
just grabbing some wood
that you can do whilst Matt's getting some wood. So something I really like to tell people is when we're doing activities and you'll say, I can't do that, is let them finish telling me what they can't do. And just repeat it back with the word yet on the end.
Yeah.
So, it might be like, oh, I can't take my hands off the handlebars whilst I'm riding. And I'll go, yeah, you can't take your hands off the handlebars whilst you're riding yet.
Yeah.
And it's like the thing you can't do. Maybe it's just a matter of time. Maybe you'll never be able to do it. Maybe there's something you can do instead. And it's...
Maybe you just need a slight adaptation.
Yeah. But I think the point that I'm trying to make is that positive doesn't have to be like gooey.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't...
Yeah, and it comes back even to a few videos ago talking about the logical brain and anxiety brain.
Yeah.
It's if you're giving yourself positive feedback and positive insight, it does change your mindset. And you're able to engage or experience that positivity more.
Yeah, because
more open to it.
Yeah, because I can imagine, when we start talking about positive affirmations, I can imagine some people disengaging just because they feel it's a bit
wishy-washy.
yeah.
But it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Phil.
We're in a different place.
We are. We've we went for a little stroll and got lost in our wilderness wanders.
Yeah.
Feeling really good, and suddenly you realise we'd not done the tips for the affirmations.
Yeah, or maybe did them and forgot to check that the battery was still right in the camera.
Sure, it wasn't that. We're prepared.
So
moving swiftly on.
So my first top tip is get to know your meta programs, how you tick.
Yeah. I think mine would be try all the things you've suggested and find the one that works for you or the two that work for you, because everyone's different, or combine them.
Yeah.
I've got none.
Oh, go on.
Yeah. Don't expect miracles overnight. It can take at least 3 months. At least 3 months.
Yeah. Practice power poses. Remember that, positive posture, as well as positive phrases. It's like another way of doing an affirmation.
Definitely. And if something don't work for you, write it up and do it yourself. Be creative.
Yeah. Cool.
I think that's it.
I think that's it as well.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Let's get back to our stroll then.
It's really hard to wander away when you're using the selfie camera.
I know.
Selfie stick.